We're literally just saying goodnight because I think it's plenty of time.
It's got my badge.
Looking at everything through the lens of like what's trending.
You guys, all the Christmas looks so beautiful.
If you have ever wondered what it would be like to buy for your own boutique or be a buyer for a store, this is what it would look like. Hello guys, welcome back to the vlog. We are getting ready and packing because we are heading to Vegas. Not a place that I frequent often anymore, but we are heading there. This weekend, or kind of this week, Sunday through Thursday, is the Las Vegas home market, the trade show that happens where buyers from boutiques and department stores and all the places go to a trade show to buy merchandise for their store. It could be everything from like tabletop decor, like vases and candles and dishware and cutlery, all of that type of stuff, to gifts, furniture and rugs, all the things. So I want to go for a couple of different reasons. And once I got to like reason 2, I was like, okay, this is a trip I should definitely take because they only happen twice a year. This particular one. There are other markets in major cities like Dallas and Atlanta and New York. Las Vegas happens in July and January. So if I miss this show and I want to go to the Las Vegas one, I have to wait 6 months, so it kind of puts my research mode on delay. So my first reason for going is a lot of the stuff being sold is for the future, obviously. So it's great at kind of predicting trends. You can see what stores are going to be carrying based on what these wholesale showrooms are actually selling. So that's reason number 1 is just like, okay, what's coming down the pipeline in terms of like trends for the end of the year and going into 2026. The second and most important reason is that being in retail stores where people can actually experience my candles and get to see them in person, experience the way that they feel and the way that they smell and the whole line. I want to do research on how to get in front of those buyers from these specialty high-end boutiques and other department stores. Obviously, you guys know that I'm in Anthropology, so that's really exciting, and other small boutiques as well. How do we roll that out more into more stores, and how do we get in front of those buyers? So I want to go and take a look at showrooms and different ones, what lines they carry. 3 is, do I want to potentially start carrying other products that pair nicely with the candles, maybe candle holders or other like things that, kind of like expand the Auden Lueur collection, not with our own products, but maybe carrying products that are sustainable, that are already made. I don't know the answer to any of those. And so that's where my brain kind of kicks into research mode. I've got to go and explore and see what's happening, what's going on, where my brain is at. We're going as a family, but I'm gonna walk the trade show just by myself for a few hours to get the lay of the land. I've seen trade shows from both perspectives. I grew up in trade shows. I started going when I was 12 with my mom because we owned a boutique. My mom owned a boutique when I was growing up. And so we would go to the trade shows in Dallas and Atlanta specifically. Vegas hadn't even been built yet back then. We would buy merchandise for the store. And then I saw the flip side of it, selling boutiques, when I worked my corporate job because I was in charge of the booths and designing them. And I would go to the trade shows and actually write orders for the boutiques for the company that I worked for. So I really already understand how it works, but it's been a long time. And things change, you know what I mean? Like not everything stays the same. So I need to go for like a refresher course, truly. Like see what's happening and gather information. So you guys are going to be along for the ride with me. It's about a 4-hour drive and we're gonna stay on the strip at the Aria and we're only staying for 1 night. So it's gonna be a quick trip, but an exciting trip. I'm kind of nervous. Like I've never been to a show by myself. So it's kind of putting myself out there a little bit. It's like, oh, I just had this idea and I booked the hotel room and I'm like, we're driving and we're doing it. And I registered, I sent, all of the paperwork that I needed to submit to get approved as someone that can shop the show. Like, am I really doing this by myself? You guys are gonna come with me. So I've been packing all of my stuff as I got ready this morning, and I have been using all new skincare from Typology, and I absolutely love it. If I had to describe it in one word, it would be natural. They're really nice, natural, lightweight products, yet they provide coverage. So I just put on their tinted serum that has vitamin C and aloe vera inside. And then I'm gonna go in with the serum concealer in the lightest shade because I wanna brighten up underneath my under eyes. And this is super lightweight. It's not thick at all. It doesn't crease. And if you haven't heard of Typology, they're a vegan, cruelty-free skincare brand brand. They're formulated and manufactured in France, and over 80% of their ingredients are of natural origin. Also, before I use the tinted serum all over, I use their face moisturizer combined with their bronzing drops, because in summer I want to have a little bit more color. Their moisturizer is great. It's lightweight, it doesn't have a scent to it, it's fragrance free. Love it. Also a moment for the packaging. Very pretty. I care about stuff like this. And once I finish putting all of the products on, I don't feel like I'm wearing anything. It doesn't feel like anything's on my skin. Okay, finishing off with their serum mascara. Super natural looking for a natural lash. And their tinted lip oil. I love this color. This is powder pink, but they have different shades. And it will leave a tint to your lips, but it's also super hydrating. It's an oil, really soft color too. I've been really loving their products, so if you guys want to try out Typology, definitely try out their tinted trio, the serum, concealer, and the lip oil. And by clicking my link, you guys can get a free Even Complexion serum with 12% niacinamide with your purchase of $40 or more. So definitely try these out for yourself. You'll know what I mean. They're now part of my routine every day. This travel case has become so efficient. Like, I got it in a box, like a FabFitFun box. It's from Desi, that makeup influencer, and it has all of these pouches, and then I can put large stuff in the bottom. Then I can pack my makeup in this and put it in here like that. Packs everything, and it hangs. Took it to Louisiana with me recently on that trip. Put all my brushes here for like my eyeshadow, my face and stuff. So I'm really just packing one thing to sleep in, one outfit for tomorrow, and then we're coming home. We're literally just staying a night because I think it's plenty of time. I'm gonna pack this. We're gonna hit the road because we have a 4-hour drive. We have arrived. It was actually a nice drive. It was pretty quick. It's like 4 hours. Yeah, a little 4 hours. Under 4 hours maybe from LA. On the way, I was thinking about the last time I was in Vegas. I have not been to Vegas since like 2017, since I left my corporate job. I used to come here twice a year, like I told you guys. Cade did so well on the drive, like so well. We had a lot of things to help, like entertain him, but he was so good. Today we're just gonna walk around, eat. We're gonna go eat because right now it's about 2. So we were just able to check into the hotel and get settled. He's also gonna need to go down for a nap, so we're kind of like scheduled around that. And then tomorrow morning early, I'm gonna go pack all of our stuff and I'm gonna go to the trade show. I'm by myself, so I'm gonna be pretty efficient with like my research mode and like going through the floors. And I've already kind of mapped out, I've like kind of analyze the directory for the trade show too, but I do have to get my badge first thing in the morning. Do you have an idea where you want to go eat? Oh, you want me to look up Javier's? I have eaten there before at the Aria. It's like Mexican fusion. Oh, you're eating string cheese. That's
He didn't want it, and so I
it's on the board.
No, that's napkin.
Good morning, guys. It's the next day. We're on our way to the market. I am solo because the devastation that was my face when I saw no children, no strollers allowed. I obviously understand, and I obviously knew that. I was like, I just want to bring my baby everywhere. We don't have to check out into the hotel until 11, and it's 8:45 right now. So the market opens at 9. So I'm driving there because I think the parking is free. And just logistically, we were trying to figure out what made sense with like checking out and like the 24-hour parking, you know, all the logistics of it. So we're gonna map it. You don't know how freeing it feels to be going to a trade show completely on my own time. For years, going to trade shows, being on a crazy schedule, being there super early, being with a bunch of girls too when I was selling at trade shows, you know, like we're all having to coordinate and 4 girls are trying to get ready in one hotel room, bathroom, and like getting to the market and then standing on your feet all day and like not eating, all the things. Then to like selling with my mom, you know, just being with my mom. I did tell my mom, I was like, I can't believe you're gonna make me go to this trade show by myself. I can't believe I'm going to get my badge and register by myself and all the things. She's like, I know. She's like, I thought that too. But it feels so like freeing. It's just like me. Like I can get there whenever I want. I'm gonna go walk around. I'm gonna do my research. I'm doing this for me and for my company. It feels so good. So let's map it. No service. There's no service anywhere in Vegas. I'm gonna show you guys as much as I can. I know like some showrooms are gonna prohibit photography and filming and stuff, which is absolutely okay, and I will abide by all of that. Got my badge. It was a little bit chaotic. I had to show some like registration information. You have to register to be a buyer. So I had to show them like qualifying things that I am who I say I am. And I have these things and I have a real company. You have to go through that process. So we're here. We've made it. Now I gotta figure out where we're going. I have like a buyer's guide. I think my best plan of attack right now, I'm in the temporaries, which are booths that pop up. They're not permanently here, but they pop up. But they could actually have a really beautiful build out. That's what I used to do with the last company that I had. I designed our booth, and we would be in quote unquote the temporary part of the magic show, which is the fashion show. And so it's in one building like this, so they all kind of look like booths. I'm gonna look this floor first, and then go to the permanent showrooms that are here all the time that are more like reps a lot of brands. And I'm a creature of habit. I have to go in order. I have to start at one end and then walk every aisle. So let's do that. Oh my gosh, hi vintage rugs for immediate delivery. Obsessed. They even have like found and sourced like old pretty. So that was all cash and carry. You can take those with you. Those are more like priced as what I would see like at a regular store, or less obviously. So far I've been through 3 aisles and I've seen everything from like phone holder, like phone protectors, to candles. Saw the most gorgeous showroom and it said absolutely no photography. Like, I feel like, oh, just know it was gorgeous. It was a vibe for sure. I'm getting so hungry though. I'm gonna have to find something to eat soon. I'm getting very excited for Christmas. Like, that's what they pretty much have out right now, to sell for Christmas time, to get it delivered in time. I'm obsessed. Guys, I'm so hungry. I'm about to eat Cade's tractor wheel snack, my emergency Cade snacks. Apple, sweet potato, and spinach. Then I saw someone with food and I was like, this is so rude, but I have to ask, where'd you get that food? I'm so hungry. It's 11 o'clock. I'm so hungry. I'm going to see what's in the food court really quick before I eat my baby's snacks. I found food. Let's debrief for a little bit. So, sitting outside. Quite warm, but for Vegas it's really not that bad. I've done 7 floors and the temporary already. I am walking pretty quickly. It's crazy to see like all of the showrooms that my mom and I used to purchase from. Obviously they didn't go anywhere. It's just like I went somewhere, you know, like I didn't come back to the shows, but it was crazy to see them and like how they've evolved and like how some still have the same exact stuff. Some of the decor is like more like luxe that I remember those showrooms having. Not my vibe, but some of them, so many of them have like so many more like vintage items, which is like so cute, like reproduction, vintage inspired. So let's put that lightly. eating quickly so that I can go through the rest of the floors. There's also 3 buildings. So I've only done 7 floors in 1 building. We have a lot to do.
Not something that you see every day, but I think it's working because here I am talking about it. So I just saw a man wearing a bright pink flamingo costume trying to get people to go into their showroom. And here I am talking about it. Did I go in? No. But, you know, it was something to see. It was a sight to see. Okay, I'm now up to the 11th floor. Trying to find a bathroom. Oh, candles. Oh, this is the showroom I need to go to. Okay, I'm gonna go find a bathroom and then we're gonna go in that showroom. Baby cuteness. You guys, all the Christmas looks so beautiful. Like, it takes me back to when my mom and I would decorate for Christmas, and this is how our store looked. Like, if you can imagine, that's exactly how it looked. And I would decorate the floor and all the things. It's just like so pretty. I would love decorating houses for Christmas. I want to do Christmas in an even bigger way this year. It's an investment though, you know, having the decor. I want to make some things this year, really do it up this year, especially because Cade is you know, so much bigger and he can really enjoy it and appreciate it. Oh, but also make it child safe. I have to think about that also. He's gonna attack the Christmas tree this year. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to put it behind a little, I saw this, one of you guys actually sent me this acrylic fence that you can put around the front of the trees so that, you know, they don't go for it. Oh my God, it should be interesting this year for sure. All the showrooms are so pretty. I was FaceTiming my mom and my mom was like, oh, the days when it was so nice to shop in a showroom that never got messed up, because you don't actually take any of the product, it just stays there. And they have stickers on each of the products that tell you what the style number is and how much it is and how many you have to buy, because most of the time you have to buy in quantity of, I don't know, 2, 4 upwards. But everything's so pretty. I'm on my last floor of this first building. I'm almost done. But this is a lot of Christmassy things. And then I want to go over to the other 2 buildings and walk around just a few floors. But I everything that I wanted to go to and needed to go to was in this building, and I accomplished it. I feel so good about this trip. It was so worth it. Candles. I love candles. I've made it to building B, and the reason I kind of know that I'm finished is because now we're getting into all of the furniture. Big stuff, rugs, lighting, big things. Gorgeous to look at for trend things, which is what I'm kind of looking at. So that's exciting, but I more was coming to look at the tabletop showrooms, all the things that you put on a tabletop. This is such a pretty table. That's gorgeous. These horse pictures are gorgeous. Clean, very clean, but traditional. Well, you guys, we came, we saw, we conquered. I have bags. That's a big thing at the trade shows. They always give out tote bags that are branded because you're walking around. They want to advertise. So we came, we saw, we conquered. I am heading back to the parking garage. I'll debrief when I get home. I've got a lot of notes on my phone. So it's the next day. We made it back home. The drive back was a little rougher and we hit traffic, but the trip overall was so worth it. My mind was running a mile a minute on the way back, just with all of my ideas, what I saw, the things that came of it. Is totally worth a research trip. And I spent the last hour and a half, I think, going through the furniture showrooms and looking at everything through the lens of what's trending or what I'm seeing recurring over and over and over again. So I can kind of know what's going to be on trend, what's going to hit stores within the next 6 months to a year or so. So I was looking through my photos and I was taking notes as I was coming out of each showroom because I saw so much. I was like, I don't want to forget anything. So first and foremost, I saw a lot of sculptural furniture, things with rounded edges, everything from bed frames to chairs and coffee tables, and everything had rounded corners, I feel like I saw. And I did see some showrooms that had lots of different styles, but in the fronts of these showrooms, they're gonna put what's most popular or what they're really pushing, like their new collection, which is more of the contemporary decor, like what's happening right now and what the trends are going to be. All of that furniture was like visually interesting, but honestly, it looked really uncomfortable to me. Like, I love a good sculptural piece of furniture. You know, maybe it's like really tightly tufted and it's got some sculptural wood elements to like the base or some accent to it. I like furniture that's like sit and not stay a while. You know, like I can't imagine that being very comfortable. Now, granted, I did not sit on it. It just didn't look like you want to like sit down and sink into the furniture. I can't see myself owning furniture like that because I feel like it will go out of style pretty quickly, unless it was like a really beautiful accent chair in a room like that we don't sit in a lot. Like for instance, this room, this living room, we don't sit in these chairs a lot. I feel like a place like that is like fine, that's more decorative, but like I can't imagine it being like overly comfortable, but really pretty visually, you know, to look at over something that's just more like basic, you know, like squared lines and nothing like too crazy. Colors. I saw a lot of jewel tones, which we've already been seeing, like jewel and earth tones in furniture specifically, like the bed frames and couches. We've been seeing that come back, like lots of like velvet and like statement pieces in a specific color. But I also saw a lot of showrooms have really bright colors, like bright, and a mix of patterns in those colors, you know, so they'll mix like a stripe with like a heavy like tropical kind of like leaf print. And I saw a couple of those. I've been seeing more and more like interior designers and people that are sharing their homes online and their projects online that have more of a vibrant, bright, colorful, mixed patterned, you know, kind of look to them. So I feel like that's kind of products that are coming out now as well. They might be influencing that, you know, too. Also, Bear just announced their color of the year, and it's like a deep green color. And I saw a lot of green at the show in a lot of different ways. Either a wall was painted that color or furniture was coming in that color. Also, like glassware and like dishware, I saw a lot of brighter colors as well. Really pretty. It would be pretty if you had like a open shelving in your kitchen and to bring in a brighter color. I thought that the glasses were really pretty that I saw. I also saw a lot of really interesting lighting, like not having a simple light fixture, like a pendant or something in your house. Like it was visually had a lot going on, whether it was the shade that was really textured or it had a lot, like the one showroom that I could not take pictures in. I ended up going back and I like FaceTimed my mom and I showed her. Every light in there was so interesting, like just really like lighting was like a big thing that I saw. Lighting is always a big thing, but like really interesting lighting I saw a lot of. And I did see a few showrooms that had reproductions of vintage inspired furniture with more detail. Like that one table that I saw, they had like a whole collection of like really beautiful shaped bottoms, and I feel like they're kind of leaning towards taking inspiration from vintage furniture that had more interest and more of a scroll kind of shapely look to it. I loved that collection. I thought that was so beautiful for like an entryway table. That would be really pretty. There was a lot of Christmas at this market because that's obviously what they're shipping. So it's July, you know, they're shipping the shipping window so that stores can get in all of their Christmas product if they haven't bought it already. And with Christmas, it's kind of all over the place. They really have Christmas decor for like every style, every color. I feel like it's always really abundant. I didn't see anything that like stuck out to me as like a trend for Christmas other than like I saw a lot of like all one color, like monochromatic colors. Like it would be all shades of green, and that would be like your Christmas. And it was really beautiful. I think it kind of goes into like the colors that we're seeing like in furniture and stuff, like moody jewel tone colors. I don't know if Christmas trends really evolve quite as quickly as like overall home trends, but there was a lot of Christmas. It got me very excited for Christmas time for sure. And lots of showrooms had like really organic modern kind of furniture. And I guess that kind of goes into like what kind of the furniture styles that I saw. But I saw a lot of like really organic vases, like in the tabletop part, vases with organic texture. And there was one particular booth, and I didn't take a picture of it, and I didn't even film when I was right there, but their booth was pretty busy. Like they had some people in there, and they had really interesting, weird, large vases in all of those like earthy jewel tones. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Like a really statement vase, I feel like is going to be really huge. Like I feel like you can incorporate it in so many different places in your house. Like I have a huge vase on our dining room table in the kitchen. Like I could totally put like a really sculptural, weird shaped, cool, artistic color in there, and like I feel like it could be really cool. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That was on the trend side of things, and just in terms of like my research mode for my business and stuff, it was totally worth it. You know, I kind of went into this with an open mind, and always, you know, whether I was going to find products that I could pair nicely with my own products, you know, and expand the collection that way. I went into that with an open mind, although I kind of felt and knew that I didn't want to go that route, because I've been sketching and working on new products to launch and trying to figure out what that is. But I was like, am I just designing something that already exists? I don't know. You know, until I go and look and kind of like figure that out, I don't know if I'm coming up with anything innovative. So I went there to see if there was anything that looked similar or even in the same realm of what I wanted to create, and there wasn't, which makes me really happy that I'm kind of coming up with things that aren't in the market already, and there's a gap for that. So stay tuned, I'm very excited. So I've definitely decided that I'm going to continue to manufacture my own things in a sustainable way, being really thoughtful. The whole life cycle of a product is what I pay attention to a lot. I don't think about my candles as just candles. I think about a candle in a beautiful vase that you're going to repurpose and keep forever. And as I introduce new products, it's like their longevity and their whole life cycle of being part of your home and part of your life, and being really thoughtful about that is really, really exciting. So totally worth the trip, even though I'm not a huge fan of going to Vegas. So I hope you guys enjoyed coming with me. If you have ever wondered what it would be like to buy for your own boutique or be a buyer for a store, this is what it would look like. You'd go to the trade shows, you'd get your badge, you'd walk the show, you'd write POs, you'd, you know, kind of like figure out your buys for the season and budgets, and then all of that merchandise would start to come in a few months, and it would be on your floor. So that's kind of behind the scenes look if you've ever wanted to be a buyer or something like that. So really fun, really amazing. I have a lot of work to do today. I have some photos to shoot. I have some projects to start. I'm starting on the living room. August is going to be like the living room makeover. So August isn't like a day or two. So I've got to get started on like gathering my supplies and stuff. So stay tuned. Living room makeover is underway. There's a lot of projects that are going to go into that room, and I'm excited to see that room that we spend so much time in come to life. That would be great. I'll see you guys really soon for another video. Bye.